Hey, Chris Lipe here, talking about voice types. A lot is thrown around about baritone, bass, tenor, soprano, alto, these terms, and a lot of times vocalists end up being psychologically limited by what they've been told they are or what they think they are. In some cases, by classifying your voice under a certain voice type, you can discover some things about it, what it's good at, what you might want to find another vocalist to help with, particularly if you're singing in a choir, which is where these voice types are most useful. But these things can actually act like a disease, in that, oh, I'm a baritone, I could never sing that, or I'm a bass, I can't ever sing along with Guns N' Roses because I'm a bass. So we tend to throw out things that we shouldn't be throwing out. We're giving up opportunities because we've been labeled, we've been diagnosed as a bass or a baritone or a tenor, and we want to sing lower or we want to sing higher. All the while getting this comparison mindset back in, which I've talked about in other videos as well. We hear a guy that sings really high and we wish we could do that, but oh no, I can't because I'm a baritone. You see this pattern of thinking, how this could be way less productive than another way? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the way to think about these voice types and also demonstrate to you what really matters about your voice, both in terms of timbre and range, and then help you explore your voice more fully.
In this light, I can't hide my face, so I will run away from this place. It's like a race with the light of day, making way through the lasting light.
If this video really speaks to you, click the link below and join my free vocal course where I actually take another student on video through the process of discovering all sorts of things about their voice. You can see our interaction, you can work with the exercises and mindsets that I give you, and it's going to blow your voice wide open, taking it to a whole other level. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on so that you are made aware of every video as they come out, and I can keep teaching you. Okay, so we're going to start by declassifying our voices. I am not a tenor, baritone, or bass, or soprano, or alto, and neither are you. We're going to deconstruct them in a way that doesn't label them that way. One of the big things that you probably read a lot on the internet or hear a lot of people saying when it comes to voice types is it's all about comfort. Do what is comfortable for your voice. Don't sing out of your range. Do what your voice type should do. And I say no. I say don't stick to what's comfortable. I say let's figure out how we can make lots of notes comfortable. Let's explore the right techniques and the right way to think about our voice so that we can do things that maybe once were uncomfortable and now they're comfortable, and they're all sorts of rangy. There are all sorts of people who start with lower voices, thicker, richer voices, and figure out how to use their head voice and their mixed voice in appropriate and efficient ways, and are able to blow tenors away in the way that they work with their voices. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus just purely on creating low presence and resonance with our voice. We don't even care about what the note is right now. And every voice is different. Every voice is going to do things in a certain way, even when we practice. So as I'm doing this, take notes and do it afterward. Okay? So I'm just going to go, I don't even know what note that is, but that's a comfortable resonant chest lower note. La la. I'm gonna sing through a couple words and phrases. A, E, I, O, yeah. Okay, that's comfortable for me. Now I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Yeah. Okay. So that's about as low today that I can go. That's another thing is voices change day by day. I have to rediscover what my range is every day. Yeah. Okay. So now that I've sort of figured out what that is, I'm going to reach over here for my guitar. And la la la. La la la. It was just sharp of an E. The low string on the guitar. La la la. But really, la la la. There was a time when I was doing a cover, you can see it on YouTube, of Come Together by the Beatles. And, you can see right now, la la la. And there's no way I could get any lower than that right now. La la la. It's not comfortable, it just doesn't work. But my voice was behaving a certain way because I had some extra postnasal drip going on. And I was hitting a D below this E really, really well. And I took advantage of that and recorded the bass parts for Come Together. So had I had the mindset of a lot of singers, and like I used to be, I could never sing that song in D because I can't hit that. That's my range. But because I'm constantly looking for opportunities with my voice, that covering that song was possible in that key. It was a really neat example of just being open-minded, never saying you can't. Maybe say, when can you? Okay, so la la la. Now, what I want to do is play around and go up, but go up until I am no longer comfortable. La 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 la, purely in chest right now. La 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 la. Right there is when I start to sort of break. La 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 la. So if I'm going to be totally comfortable in chest, I'd say it's about there. La la la. La 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 la, C, C, C. Okay, so a lot of people would say that this voice that I'm showing you right now, given the resonance, given the quality of it, and given the notes that I'm hitting, that would be a solid baritone. A bass could go lower maybe. If I'm comfortable here, la la la, does that mean that I better stick to those notes because that's my range. I'm comfortable. Well, no. Now let's figure out using my head voice. La, la, la. Let's be comfortable. Let's ignore the fact that we might sound a little wimpy and just keep going. La, 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 I'm starting to tighten up a little bit up there, but back to that sort of natural thing. Now, but what if I push my chest up a little? La, 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 la. Wasn't that pretty, but that's okay. La. There's a G. La, la, la. Now, here's where the comfortable thing really falls apart, right? I'm fairly comfortable there. I'm using better support. So is my range limited by what people tell me it is, by what a classification is? Or is it limited by the fact that in one instance, I wasn't supporting my voice well enough, and so I wasn't able to hit that G comfortably in my chest voice? You see what I'm doing here? We have to look for root cause instead of just going, label, and that's what I am, right? What's my support doing? Am I comfortable hitting that in head voice? Am I comfortable hitting it in chest voice? It's okay all day to hit notes in head voice, right? Let's not use a preconceived notion about our voice to say that we can only do X or we can't do X. So let's keep going. So la la la, la la la. What happens if we then flip into head voice? La 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 la. It's a G in head and an A, or G in chest. Ah! Now, what if I just really screw around and I maintain my good support while pushing further up, and I start using some of the things that I have been over on this channel and that I cover in depth in my course, and I start using dying cat. Ah! Ah! Row! 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 Well, that's neither chest nor head. That's a very brash mix. Ah! Just like I did going low, I don't know what note that is. I'm just experimenting with my voice, and now I'm going to pin it on the guitar. Oh! 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 Okay, I'm hitting it. That's a D5. Oh! Oh! But I didn't shoot for hitting a D5. I just started making a cat noise. Now, should a baritone be able to hit a D5 in chest? Well, no. Or should a tenor? Well, some tenors maybe. But it doesn't matter. I'm hitting a D5, and right now it sounds ridiculous. But it feels comfortable. It feels comfortable. That's the goal. How can I sing something and have it be comfortable? How can I make a noise and have it be comfortable? Then I can work on my tone, and then it doesn't matter what kind of voice type I am. If I want to sing a D5 in a song, and if there's a melody that I'm trying to sing that goes that high, I can work tonally, remembering and calling up these sorts of feels, comparing them with my own ears, with my own voice, to what sounds good based on what feels good. So let's get there with that D5, right? Because I know my voice, because I have to continually get to know my voice, I know that I'm going to be able to handle that D5 in certain ways. And it's going to be different than some other singer. But it's not because they're a different voice type. It's just because they're a different human being, right? So I want to figure out what works well for me. Don't limit yourself! Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around in the key of G. And in the key of G is that D is a fifth of that key. So we have the was that initial one that I supported and was able to do, and then we have is that D, the elusive D5. Okay? So, and I just want to be me. And I want to realize that I've already hit it. I've already hit it accidentally. And now I'm going to just kind of work it in, fool around with it. And we'll use the phrase, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. No, no, no. No, no, no. Head voice. Don't limit
yourself. Don't limit yourself. Oh.
You know, maybe I sound too nasal. Good. Maybe I sound not like I'd like to. We don't care how things sound. We only care how things feel. Record yourself and then listen back to how you sound then and adjust your feel based on your sound that you're hearing back. Right now, we just want to feel things.
Yeah. Don't limit yourself. Don't roll. Don't roll. Don't roll. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. No.
So me getting up there on that on that D5, I think it's working. It feels good. I'm able to be expressive.
Don't limit yourself. Don't limit. Yourself, don't limit, 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 limit yourself.
So there's a lot of warts in there, right? My voice is cracking. I'm pushing into distortion. I'm realizing my break. And singing. You know, that distortion there was because I had harnessed my brake and pushed into it. So it sounded less like an unintentional crack and more like a very aggressive note. But this is the type of perspective that's going to help you discover your voice for what it is and the possibilities included in your voice, as opposed to thinking of your voice as being limited. My voice is not limited at all. That's the way I choose to think about it. My voice is full of possibilities. My possibilities are different than Chester Bennington's possibilities, than Chris Cornell's possibilities, than Miles Kennedy's possibilities. But those guys are some of my favorite vocalists, and I can learn from them. But my voice has a different set of possibilities that as I practice and stumble and make noise and whine and sing through my nose and let my voice crack all the time, I'm going to discover how things work. And there are going to be all sorts of little musical gems that are going to come out of this type of experimentation as long as we have the right mindset. I hope this was helpful for you. If you'd like to take things further, again, be sure to join my free vocal course linked below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on. Let me know what other videos you'd like me to do. This video was the result of multiple questions that I've had about voice types. So I was happy to provide it for you. We'll see you for more.